Welcome to the Stateless Standard, where our golden torch pierces the veil of statist illusions, illuminating the raw truths of power, liberty, and the human spirit unbound by chains of coercion. I'll be your guide through the shadows of empire, and today we embark on a journey that's equal parts enigma and indictment. Picture this: a boy of 10, transplanted from the bustling streets of Indonesia, steps into the rarefied air of Hawaii's most elite academy, Punahou School, on a full scholarship. No prodigious feats precede him, no family fortune propels him. Yet from there, the path unfurls like a red carpet woven by invisible hands. Occidental College, Columbia University, Harvard Law, the presidency of the Law Review, and a meteoric climb to the Oval Office. How? In a world that claims to reward merit, what unseen currents carried Barack Obama to the pinnacle of American power? This is no mere biography. It's a dissection of the machinery that turns ordinary lives into legends. Drawing from a provocative essay in the Claremont Review of Books, we'll unravel the threads of Obama's ascent, questioning not just the man, but the system that elevates him. Why does his story evoke the words of Niccolò Machiavelli in The Prince? He wrote of the popes, "Only they have states and they do not defend them. But since they are upheld by superior causes, I will leave off speaking of them." Today we dare to speak. We wonder, minus miracles, what superior causes or shadowy networks propelled a young Barack Obama. Buckle up, boys and girls, as we explore, educate, and expose. You may begin to question everything you thought you knew. Let's go. Our tale begins with curiosity. Obama's official narrative paints him as the self-made son of a free-spirited anthropologist and a wandering Kenyan scholar, a bootstrap tale from humble Hawaiian shores. But peel back the layers, and a different portrait emerges. One of privilege masked as pluck, woven into the fabric of America's vast intelligence and influence apparatus. To understand this, we must first grasp the ascent itself. At 6, Barack, or Barry, as he was then known, moves to Indonesia with his mother Madelyn Dunham, following her marriage to Lolo Sotoro, a geographer turned army officer. 4 years later, back in Hawaii, raised by his grandparents, he secures that Punahou scholarship. Why him among thousands? No athletic prowess, no academic wonderkin status, just a quiet kid from afar. From Punahou, it's Occidental on scholarship, then a transfer to Columbia. Elite Ivy, unquestioned. Harvard Law follows, not as a student grinding through, but as Law Review president, a role that typically demands intellectual firepower he never publicly displayed. Post-grad, jobs cascade, a stint at Business International, a CIA-linked consultancy, community organizing in Chicago, a safe Illinois Senate seat handed like a gift. By 2004, he's keynote at the Democratic Convention. By 2008, president. Educational interlude. In a true free market, such trajectories might spark envy or inspiration. But here, in the statist arena, they beg scrutiny. What greased the wheels? Not raw talent alone, but a seamless mentality, a pure specimen, as one observer put it, of contemporary leftism. Consumer of ideas, follower of factions, rider of tides. One can't help but wonder, if Obama's words are few and opaque, his books ghosted, his speeches teleprompted, who then scripted his life? The answer lies not in the man, but in the matrix he never left. Born into it, nurtured by it, he embodies the fusion of upscale norms and radical disdain for the flyover masses. This network, a hydra of government agencies, foundations, and voluntary organizations, all tentacles of the state, funneling privilege under guises of philanthropy and progress. It's the very antithesis of Austrian economics' voluntary exchange, a cartel of coercion where the powerful stateless prey on the truly stateless, you and me. Let's delve into the cradle, his family. 2 books illuminate this: Peter Furstbrook's The Obamas, tracing the Luo tribe saga to Barack Sr.'s wayward youth, and Janie Scott's A Singular Woman, a portrait of Madelyn Dunham. Furstbrook paints vivid African portraits. Onyango Obama, Barack Sr.'s father, a stern disciplinarian crushed by his son's dissipation in Tom Mboya's orbit. Mboya, Kenya's Luo leader, CIA darling, architect of the 1959 airlift that brought 280 Africans, including Sinar, to U.S. shores. Not happenstance, but high policy, grooming allies against communism. Educational note: this was gray influence, overt aid masking covert ops. But Barack Jr., Africa touches him biologically, not substantively. His Africanness is imagination's fruit, packed into a father's phantom image. Turn to the maternal side, the real razors. Scott's book gushes Madelyn Dunham's beige affinity, Stanley's impulsiveness. Charming trivia, but evasive on essence. Madelyn rises swiftly to Bank of Hawaii VP, overseeing escrow accounts, conduits per investigators like Wayne Madsen, for CIA black ops funds across Asia. Skeptical? Consider, a CIA front firm, Bishop, Baldwin, Rewald, Dillingham, and Wong, routed laundered dollars through such banks, audits halted by Langley itself. Madelyn? No mere banker, a witting cog in Empire's engine. Stanley Dunham? Furniture salesman, mythos crumbles. Photos show him in Beirut's elite French school uniform with young Anne in the 1950s, pre-Hawaii move. Whispers of State Department postings? Untold. Anne herself? From shy Mercer Island teen to globe-trotting anthropologist, betting foreign intrigue. Pregnant with Barack at the East-West Center, University of Hawaii's Cold War hub where Lolo studied, courtesy Indonesian gov, but really U.S. design. Post-65 Indonesian coup, CIA's bloodiest triumph, toppling Sukarno, birthing Suharto's reign. Anne dives in, Ford Foundation microfinance in volatile zones, supervised by Peter Geithner, father of Tim, Obama's Treasury head. Employers, USAID, USIA, World Bank, Asian Development Bank. Lahore's Hilton for Pakistan gigs. Hippie? Hardly. This was the influence machine, state-private fusion, exporting democracy while importing radicalism home. Curious minds ask, was Barry's birth a footnote to foreign policy dalliances? Anne's innocence of geopolitics strains credulity. She births another at the center, amid anti-communist fervor. Circumstantial? Yes, but patterns persist. A family enmeshed in Washington's web where borders blur and loyalty flows to Leviathan, not liberty. Broaden the lens. This isn't family quirk, it's systemic. 1950s-60s America blurred state CIA foundations into one beast. Ambassador Howard P. Jones, coup architect in Indonesia, becomes East-West chancellor. Ford's international arm? Led by Stephen Cohen, ex-CIA puppet master of the Congress for Cultural Freedom, lavishly funding left-leaning academics to hawk social democracy abroad, seating CFR council stateside. Occidental's president during Barry's tenure? A CCF alum. First job? Business International, CIA proprietary. Why? To wage ideological war. Cord Meyer, CIA covert chief, lit counter-fires against Soviets, bankrolling far-left groups sans Moscow strings. National Student Association, SDS, CIA seedlings radicalized into New Left fury by 60s end. Blowback? Inevitable. Congress fretted in 47, isolate foreign ops from domestic poison. Futile. Meyer et al. Saw America as patient needing leftist surgery. By Obama's birth, these orgs splinter. Harrington's DSA splits from anti-American SDS. Weatherman bombed for defeat in Vietnam. Enter young Barry, surfing radical eddies. At 21, he lectures mom on dependency theory, how US aid enslaves the third world. Choice over family fealty. No theses, no papers, opacity reigns. Kloppenberg's reading Obama claims pragmatist heir to Dewey, James. Thin gruel, no citations, just spun hopes. Obama's dreams and audacity? Ghosted veils, yet attitudes betray, mentors first. Frank in Dreams, Frank Marshall Davis, Stalinist poet guiding Barry to black identity. Not African real, but Marxist-forged American grievance. Occidental, Barry becomes Barack, aping cadence walk rage. Why? To embody the black man's son of Africa. Attributes self-packed for anti-Western crusade. Chicago, 1983 Socialist Scholars Conference Epiphany. Panels by Harry Boyd, New American Movement, Obama's campaign advisor, debating concealment of socialist aims. James Cone, Black Liberation Theology progenitor, mentor to Rever Wright, Obama's 20-year pastor, decrying America as fascist. First boss, Marty Kaufman, composite of Greg Galuzzo and Jerry Kellman. Gamaliel Foundation Socialists, Midwest Academy vets training organizers to upend capitalism. Woods Annenberg boards with Bill Ayers, funding the beast. Alice Palmer's seat, their gift. Educational deep dive. Community organizing, not empowerment but vanguardism. Lenin's elite reshaping masses via false consciousness jargon. Contempt lurks. For Marx, socialism's egalitarianism masks oligarchy. Lenin owned it. New left dissimulates race card in pocket. Obama? Perfect proxy. Fabricated black humble riser, multilingual myth, English only, peculiar variant. No foreign tongues, just ruling class argot. Arugula woes, corpse man flubs, rules of power to rewrite. In Obama's orbit, America is warped lumber for carpenter's knives, the common man, impediments to progress. He prays through their struggles, but whose? The upscale lefts, preying via state on the productive. This is libertarian class analysis unmasked, not bourgeois versus proletariat, but crony elites, statist vampires versus the sovereign individual. Obama's ascent? No anomaly, but exhibit A of how government spawns networks devouring liberty, Austrian style. Intervention begets distortion, monopoly on violence begets moral hazard. As our golden torch reveals, true power rises not from shadows but sunlight. Voluntary markets where merit trumps mandate. Obama's tale warns, question the anointed, dismantle the machine. The people, stateless and free against the powerful, ever statist. Thank you for joining the Stateless Standard. If this sparked your curiosity or fury, like, subscribe, and comment. What's your take on Obama's hidden hands? Share the torch, liberty demands it. Until next time, stay sovereign. Our flame endures.